What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you listen to the word tango? If you asked me this question 10 years ago, I would say, yeah, a passionate dance, dancing with a rose in the mouth, or like Al Pacino instead of a woman. Well, and then I started learning tango, and I realized I was missing so much. Welcome to Goodnight Tango, your channel about tango in real life. I'm Christos, I'm dancing tango for the last 8 years, and for the last 3 years, I'm also writing about that. Mass media is really powerful. It can create an image of anything that is so far apart from reality that when you really experience the real deal, the real thing, you understand that what you had in mind and what is actually happening is very far apart. That is also what happens oftentimes with tango. People have images in their mind that is so far apart from reality. In this video, I want to share with you 3 things that I learned about tango that I wish I knew before I started learning it. And maybe if I knew them, I would have started earlier. So without further ado, let's dive into the first point. Tango is not what you think. Yes, you probably realized it from my introduction that tango is not really what you see in the shows and in the movies and everybody in mass media in general. Social tango is a bit different from what you see in mass media in general. And the main difference is that what you see in the shows is based on choreography. People are working on a specific choreography for a specific song for months, for years, for days, it depends, with a specific partner, and then they come to present it on a stage. But this is not what we do when we dance socially. When we dance socially, what happens is that we go to a place, we meet friends, and we dance with many different partners during the night. So it's impossible to know choreographies for all the possible songs that we might dance and be synchronized, being tuned in with all the different partners that you may dance so that they know also the same choreography and you tune in and you dance together. So everything that we dance socially is improvised. We just communicate with our bodies and we dance together. That is what happens. And this makes the whole thing much simpler. The other thing that makes the dance much simpler when you dance socially is the space. When you dance in a choreography in a show, you have the whole stage for you. But socially, when we dance, we might have space which is just like a table. So you don't have much space and you have to move in this space in a way that you don't also bother the couples around you. And you also have to move in the space, connect with your partner, enjoy the movie, enjoy the music, and enjoy the process and the dance in general. If you start doing kicks and lifts and all these other things, probably it won't work. Yeah, in all this in such a close space. So you have to limit down. You have to make it a bit simpler. So tango in reality in social dance is much simpler than what you see in performances. Which brings me to the second point, that tango is for everybody. If somebody told me that I would be dancing tango 10 years ago, I would tell him, yeah, that's not my thing. That's not for me, definitely. But then I started learning it and I realized it was for me and I can dance it and it's not so difficult. You know, you can start learning tango in your 30s, in your 40s, in your 50s, 60s, whatever the age. You can also start learning tango if you are tall, if you are short, if you are fat or skinny or whatever kind of shape and size you are. People in tango, people in the milongas, in the places where we go to dance, are really diverse. I mean, you can see people from all different kinds of shapes, ages, sizes, and they dance together and they have a good time. If you think that tango is not for you, join a milonga, go to a milonga, and see the people around you. You will not see what you see in performances. You will see everyday people like you and me that just have fun. Maybe this will convince you. Last but not least, the third point is that tango is not just a dance. Tango hides behind it a whole culture. You know, these songs that we dance to are usually written in the 30s and 40s, in a period that the whole world was in war. And this all reflects into the atmosphere of these songs. You can see songs that are very happy, songs that are very sad, songs that are very nostalgic, very romantic. So there's a big richness in the emotions that the songs convey in tango. Once you start digging a little bit more in this culture, the orchestras, the stories, the songs, the lyrics, all this kind of other things around the dance, you will realize that you're not dancing just to a music, you're dancing to a piece of history, uh, which makes the whole dance much more rich and much more interesting. So when you start dancing tango and when you start learning tango, it's not just the beginning of a physical exercise. It's a beginning of a trip, of a journey that will last for ages, for years, and you will never stop learning. That is what keeps us in tango for many years. I hope you liked the video, subscribe to the channel, and see you around in the next one. Ciao!